What day is it? It is Sunday. It's India-Pakistan Day. And if dress for the occasion is an art, I've got two absolute masters of it on Cricbuzz Live. One is in Steve Jobs mode, black and black.
No, go on. I want to interrupt your take.
And the other is a tiger.
There.
Take a look at that shirt. Whoa. DK all set to roar.
Absolutely. India would be wanting to have a good day on a day like this.
I remember, in the 90s, we were in school. We'd all be nervous on an India-Pakistan day. That is a thing of the past. And this is not being cocky as an India fan, not being overconfident or arrogant. It is just a reality. It is no more the mother of all battles, truth be told.
Hasn't been for a while.
Yeah.
But the emotions around the game are always swirling. Can you erase those emotions when you're in the middle? It's not easy.
Yeah.
But everyone benefits from creating emotions around the game.
Yeah.
And so people will generate emotion around the game.
Yeah.
But I think it was Gautam Gambhir yesterday who said, can you take away all emotion out of this game and you don't control what is happening, why we are playing or whatever, because of all the noise that's happening around on whether you should play it, whether you should not play it. It's not in our hands. It's a directive. You play. So take all the emotion out. Yeah. And I absolutely loved what India did yesterday. They sent out Ryan Ten-Doshkati to do the pre-match press conference because it would have been a tough pre-match thing for either Gautam Gambhir or somebody. Whatever they say would have been construed in a certain way. Yeah. Excellent decision to send Ryan Ten-Doshkati, who's a simple, humble man, works hard, good man to go.
Straight bat, always works. DK, you've seen that transition. You were there in Joburg 2007. We just saw highlights of you playing in that 2022 Asia Cup that India won, thanks to Hardik. Now you're a broadcaster. I suppose at times on broadcast, people have to up their energy a little bit to be able to excite the viewer about a game like this. Have you seen that transition? Have you seen that kind of the feeling drop a little bit when it comes to India-Pakistan?
I won't say the feeling has dropped, but I can definitely say it's not that rivalry which existed before. At the start, when I used to watch early 90s, actually Pakistan had the upper hand. They had a solid bowling attack. I remember people used to say, every time India plays in Sharjah on a Friday, it's a problem only. Those kind of things I've heard.
Yeah.
And they had a better head-to-head against us at that stage. I don't think we can deny that. But today, in the last decade, in World Cups, we've always dominated. But in the last decade, whenever we have played against each other in Asia Cups and World Cups, we've actually played quite strongly against them. And at times, they've been a mismatch.
Yeah.
And rivalries don't be mismatches so consistently, which says that India have definitely gone a couple of notches above Pakistan.
I used to smirk when captains would say, oh, it's just another game. Now it does feel like just another game. And, we're all being truthful when we say that. Now, let's examine Pakistan's state of affairs using numbers. You're more academic in your approach or in the way you look at things very
I like the fact that you use the present tense when you should actually use the past tense.
If you were to plot Pakistan cricket's abilities, especially in white ball cricket, over the last few years, you'll probably see that graph going down.
Yes.
Is it at its lowest? We can show it to you by looking at numbers. In the last 1 year, you see their numbers. Take a look at that. Post that 2024 World Cup. Look at where Pakistan have ranked and where they are today.
I think today those you need to look at those numbers alongside what is in their mind. If they are calm, if they are relaxed, then look at what numbers they have generated. But there is always a tornado going through Pakistan cricket. So there will always be insecurity around Pakistan's cricket. And if there's insecurity, players are looking over their shoulder all the time. And so you find in the last few years, a lot of talent hasn't reached fruition. I mean, I saw Salman Agha 2 or 3 years ago, and I thought he's going to be a serious wow player. The numbers are not showing that. He is a very good player. Numbers are not showing that. I saw a player called Amir Jamal, and I thought, a guy who can bat at 8, decent pace, high 130s, 140, good cricketer, not heard of again. Naseem Shah is playing in the CPL.
Yeah.
Not playing here in the Asia Cup. So there's a lot of talent that's not going up to fruition, and that is because of the constant changes that are taking place that you will see reflected in the performance. So you see, there was a time in Indian cricket when you were changing captains every 2-3 years. The performances were not matching up.
Yeah.
So I think that is the issue with Pakistan. I don't think it's ever an issue of talent. We talk of Pakistan's talent a little too much sometimes, but talent is everywhere. Talent is in the West Indies, talent is in Papua New Guinea, talent is in Fiji, talent is everywhere. It is how you find it and what you do with it that matters. In India, in recent times, especially with the arrival of the IPL, that talent is finding a stage and it's blooming.
Pakistan have won the toss and they've chosen to bat first. Both teams have gone in unchanged. We were expecting Fahim Ashraf.
They're batting first.
Yep.
Okay.
Surprising, a little bit, which I suppose means Dew is not expected to be a factor.
We haven't seen much Dew recently, have we?
Haven't seen much Dew. Straight away, this tells me they're a bit on the back foot because they're worried about the chase. They lost chasing a low score in the previous World Cup, and they get the feeling that we'll set a score. It's a big match, in their view at least.
Yeah.
We'll set a big score, put pressure on India with our bowling, which is what they've opted
No
for.
Haris Rauf, we were expecting that one change. We spoke about it on the preview as well, but they've gone in unchanged. Does it surprise you at all?
A little bit, because I saw some numbers in recent times. Pakistan's fast bowlers have done better against India than Pakistan's spinners. But I'm intrigued by this decision to bat first.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you bat first, you're a little insecure, little safety first. You tend to sort of hold back a little. I thought if there's a chase and they have to chase 180, it'll take away all that tension so that they're free to go and chase the score. So I'm quite interested. I don't think India would mind chasing, would they?
I think India would have chased because it tells you the mindset. India is looking at the pitch, the conditions, and saying, what do we take to win? Pakistan have baggage. The last two times they've actually competed against India, they've batted first. So they are saying, let's bat first and put pressure on India with the ball. So a difference in mindset is what I see at the toss.
You're spot on, because Suryakumar Yadav at the toss said that he would have liked to bowl first. So I suppose it's...
But a couple of things about that. The moment he knew that Pakistan has chosen to bat, he's very clever. Whether he wanted or no, he would have said, we will bowl first.
Happy birthday, Suryakumar Yadav.
Yeah, it's his birthday
today. So,
and he
well
gave himself a present. Because if he gives himself a present, his wife will give him an even better present today.
What about the India 11? No changes, and that means Arshdeep Singh is going to have to wait. Like Kuldeep Yadav has been waiting in the test team. Somehow, one of the top T20I bowlers in the world doesn't find a place, and it's not a judgment on him. It's more about combination, right?
Absolutely. I think this combination of one pacer with Hardik being the second one, Dube being the next one, and then they have three solid spinners to work with, suits Gambhir and Suryakumar's style of play.
Yeah.
But that is very important to understand.
Yeah.
What is the how we play aspect of what you want to be seeing? And that 11 where they back their spinners, where they believe in one mystery spinner, one wrist spinner and one solid finger spinner, they believe in that template. They feel that template is going to work in the World Cup, so they're sticking to it. And that shows a well-oiled unit with very good clarity towards what they want to achieve.
There's one thing, sorry if I could interrupt. I'm just reading what Sanjay Manjrekar said in the pitch report, where he says a lot drier compared to the rest. I just wonder if Pakistan have looked at that and said, let's bat first. Hopefully, from their point of view, it'll get slower and slower as it goes along. So maybe that could be one reason, if you're searching for positives for batting first. Sometimes you bat first because for positive reasons. Yeah. Sometimes you bat first for defensive reasons. So maybe that could be one reason. I'm just seeing the pitch report because even Ravi says Pakistan feel the surface on the slower side. So that could be a reason for batting first. Sorry, go on.
India chased about 150, wasn't it? When you played that 2022 Asia Cup game in Dubai. And
yes, Hardik will score at their back end. Yeah, India will bat quite nicely, but Hardik batted beautifully. Again, that game we were under a little bit of pressure, but Hardik will bat exceedingly well at the back end of the innings and play some sure shots. I remember he played a pull of Haris Rauf, good length ball, flat batted it between long on and mid wicket. Not many can play that shot. Tells you the skill of the man. But again, when India have been put under pressure, it has been because Pakistan have batted first and put a decent score. Yeah. They back their bowling to do it. My only problem right now is they don't have the bowling that they used to have. Yeah. So it's a very different one.
India do bat deep, so that's something that augurs well for India. There's a fair bit of depth on Cricbuzz as well. Remember who we met yesterday? We met the new Citron Basalt's Kara, who is this fantastic, intelligent, intuitive, conversational in-car companion. And Kara's joined us today as well. Now, Kara, what do I ask you today? Since we are in India-Pakistan T20 zone, how about you tell me who the world's #1 T20 international batter is?
Currently, the #1 T20I batter in the world is Abhishek Sharma from India. He's known for his explosive performances, like scoring 135 runs off just 54 balls against England. His consistency comes from an aggressive batting style and a high strike rate, allowing him to score quickly and efficiently across many matches. Wow. That consistency has kept him on top of the rankings.
Wow. I'm nice knowing you guys.
Wow, certainly Kara knows it all, and she is of course India's first intelligent co-passenger. Kara is the name, and it's part of this brand new Citroen Basalt, Thrill B, Style B, and since she mentioned Abhishek Sharma, clearly the big threat for Shaheen and co, and therefore Abhishek Sharma is our player to watch out for, powered by the new Citroen Basalt, Thrill B, Style B. Abhishek Sharma has it all.
If you don't mind, I'm going to pass that here because he has been in the opposition watching Abhishek Sharma play for another franchise. So his insights are going to be better.
Yeah. I love Abhishek Sharma. You got to understand, I put him in my all-time T20 11.
I saw that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really rate him a lot because when you plan for a player, he's the kind of player who's very difficult to plan. He's slightly tall, has a lovely bat swing, and he's got a flat padded swing. So when you have a flat padded swing, you almost can hit good length and short of length balls really well. And when you do that, you put most bowlers under a lot of pressure, and that is his great skill. He's very fearless in his approach, doesn't mind going over the top. In fact, prefers doing that. He's got a great square drive that he has. He has a decent pickup pull. He's one of those batters that when you're planning, you almost need to get it spot on as a bowler, and you can't bowl the same ball twice. Now that says a lot about the skill you have as a batter. You need to understand sequencing when it comes to Abhishek Sharma. It makes him a real special player because most players will be okay in one aspect, either playing spin or pace. He is one of those who can actually take off against both pace and spin very quickly, and he plays for the team. Or rather, let's put it that way, his style of play is suited to what any team would want, which is a strike rate which is stratospheric right from the start.
You've been spending a lot of time with Kara because you're spot on with what you said on the strike rate. The numbers paint the same picture as well. His strike rate, Abhishek Sharma's strike rate in the power play, I think in the last 1 year, take a look at that. 1,000 plus runs, 185 the strike rate, 36 as well the average now. It looks like this man is going to continue the Sharma legacy in white ball cricket.
And I'd like to add those 49 innings that he's played, there haven't been too many innings where you can just go and swing your bat and get runs. A lot of those innings are against very decent international competition and in the highest standard of franchise cricket that there is in world cricket at the moment. So they've come against proper bowling. And I mean, I have seen Abhishek Sharma. I think the plus that has come in his game is sometimes you would see Abhishek Sharma hit 2 or 3 great shots, boom, one on top, he's gone, he's made 15 of 7 balls. What I've seen now is normally you don't give that much importance to the averages, but you see that average of 35, that average is on its way up. And I mean, even if he gives you 30, I've heard DK say very often, doesn't matter how much you've played, have you created an impact in the time that you have been in? Even if he makes a 30-35, he set you off on a tangent. And the way the Indian team has been selected is giving him a freedom. Saying, don't worry, we stack with the batting, you go and do your job. I mean, I saw him on telly in those games in South Africa. And then again, that game against England, that 130 he scored, it was just jaw-dropping stuff.
And the one at the 1KD.
It was jaw-dropping batting.
He's the kind of player who will actually get the best out of a Shubman Gill as well. It kind of can be yin and yang. Shubman Gill will take a few balls. These days he doesn't even take that. But even if he takes a few balls, Abhishek Sharma is the kind of guy who will make him say, don't worry, you do your thing. We'll still have a very, very high run rate no matter what happens. And the beauty is Shubman Gill himself starts quite quickly now. So they will make a very strong opening partnership. And, you know, it's a very thrilling opening partnership to watch.
I think Suryakumar the other one said, it's the fire and ice combination that they're searching for. It's a fire and ice where Abhishek is the fire. And you just see, there's something I saw, I mean, that was test match cricket in England this year, but there's a calmness that now accompanies Shubman Gill where he goes. And I hope that calmness never leaves him. His one low point in the series was when he lost the calmness and tried to become angry. And he came off second best when he was trying to be angry. There's a calmness that comes, but if you look at Shubman Gill's strike rate, his strike rate for India is still not where it can be. Gill, the IPL player, is still a better T20 player than Gill, the India player, but I'm willing to wager that won't be for too long.
He'll surely benefit from having the kind of partner that Abhishek Sharma
Yes.
is. Like you would if you had the brand new Citroen Basalt, because it's got Kara, which is the India's first intelligent co-passenger. Kara is the name. Thank you, Kara, but you've got to help us with something else as well. If Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill and the others have a great day, we're in for a thrilling evening, which means some of us might need a break. I believe Mr. Harsha Bhogle has some family plans. DK, you're going to be in your hotel room tomorrow.
Yes.
And so I thought I might as well ask Kara what you can do in Mumbai. I know you're a lover of great cars. You love drives as well. So, Kara, why don't you help us with a plan for DK in Mumbai tomorrow?
All right, DK. Let's dive into your Mumbai adventure. First up, Nariman Point. That's where you soak in the skyline and maybe pretend you're in a Bollywood scene with the sea breeze in your hair. Next, Canary Caves. Ancient vibes and a whole lot of steps. Perfect place for an adventure and a bit of exercise. Finally, Whirly Sea Face, where the waves crash and the city shows off its charm. And Manish, buddy, don't forget to carry the snacks. No one explores on an empty stomach, right?
Whatever you say, I'm all set for Monday.
Tawa pulao.
I'll carry better snacks. He's on a health food scene these days, aren't you?
But by the way, Kara's made a good recommendation.
Yeah.
Worldly Seafair, that's a beautiful new promenade.
Yep.
That's just come with the sea link and everything around. The promenade is beautiful, part of the coastal road, so it's a good link. I'm just looking and seeing what will happen if the wind blows into the air.
Imagine driving the new Citroen Basalt on that beautiful coastal road, going through Whirly Sea Face. That'll be quite an experience. But trust Kara to have all the answers. She's certainly given DK a great plan. And I'm sure Abhishek Sharma has his plan sorted as well, as he is a player to watch out for, powered by the new Citroen Basalt. Thrill be, style be. In case you've just joined us, Pakistan have won the toss and they have chosen to bat first. Now, let's talk about one of their many issues. Up top, their batters will feel the heat of what recent history suggests, Harsha. It is something that India will relish. Their numbers in the power play in the recent past have not been great. Do they say, forget about the past? Take a look at that. In the power play since July 2024, can teams be a slave to what the past suggests? Or do they say, forget about that, it's a clean slate, we will go after Bumrah, Hardik and go?
I keep coming back to the air they're breathing.
Sure.
If the air they're breathing is go and play your game, we are backing you because that is the way to play now, that 7.78 will change. But if they're saying, apne run dekho, then the averages will go up and that strike rate will stay where it is.
Yeah.
So it depends on the kind of security they're being given. If you see the last 4 or 5 months, they've not made too many changes.
Yeah.
So if that continues, that 7.78 will go up. But what are they thinking going into the game? The person who goes out to bat is not just a robot. There's a lot of things going on in his head. So if they're going in thinking, yeah, man, this is my chance. I'm going to be hero. I'm going to play my natural game because my captain, my coach, everyone's going to back me to play my game. Then Saim Ayub and Sahibzada Farhan and all these guys will go and Mohammad Haris will go and play their game. So if that strike rate is where it is, to me, it could be two factors. One is the kind of pitches they're playing on, and it's a factor of the insecurity.
We talked up Sahibzada Farhan a lot before that Pakistan-Oman game.
29 and 29.
Exactly. Saim Ayub got out early. They were 31 or something in the first 5 overs. So if you can't do it against Oman, how will you do it against India?
And that's a pretty unfair way to look at it because sometimes you just don't get going like you saw Bangladesh who struggled against Sri Lanka. It's not that they didn't want to, they bowled well and they weren't able to. And towards the end, they did a decent job in the last 2 overs of the power play. Now, what Pakistan needs to be aware of is understanding what it takes to win a T20, which basically means you need to maximize the power play. Now, in different pitches, that could mean different things. Because they've chosen to bat on a dry pitch, if they're already going with the mindset saying it need not be a 180, 190 game, it could be a 150, 160, then they'll bat accordingly. You almost need to go and allow the pitch to unravel itself. And then you start understanding what shots you need to play and what you need to do. But you need to go in a very positive intent. If you have pre-planned saying, okay, it looks like a pitch which is not high scoring, then you will almost stop yourself from playing and probably exceeding what the par score could be. So you have to have an open mind, walking in, see how much it's swinging, what is the pitch telling you, and then react to it. And in ODI cricket, that used to be 5 to 8 overs. In T20 cricket, it is almost 5 to 8 balls. So you need to understand that and then start making sure you're showing the shots within your arsenal to put pressure back on the bowler.
How much does India's batting depth influence that number in Pakistan's mind?
You can't be worried about that. You've batted first. You got to back your bowlers to do a job. But the first thing as a batting unit is to get the best that you can get, which could be whatever the score could be. You can't be thinking that India bat deep, so I need to get 10 runs more, 15 runs more.
Sure.
You will end up scoring 20 runs less. But you almost need to go out there and say, we have won the toss, we have batted first, so we are under lesser pressure batting. Let's go out there and put the bowlers under pressure. Yeah. That is the attitude you need to walk into.
He said something. Did you say, let the pitch reveal itself?
Yes.
It's a lovely line. Let the pitch reveal itself. Because you think you can read the pitch well. Some people can read it better than others, but you've got to see what the pitch is telling you as well. So let the pitch reveal itself. There's what now, 36 balls in the power play?
Yeah.
36, a lot of balls in the game.
Yeah.
So I love that line. I'll steal it somewhere, but I'll give credit.
We saw Oman bowl Shakil Ahmed, the left armer, and he
bowled well.
He was darting it in.
Yeah.
Is there a case for Aksa to maybe get an over or two? What's India's bowling plan for the first 6?
First over Bumrah, first over Hardik, second over Bumrah, the usual.
Yeah.
Varun Chakravarti will come in. Now, if a wicket falls, Harris comes in, there's a great chance Akshar could come in. If both the openers are going quite nicely, being left-handers, then maybe. So, these are decisions that will happen. And you have to wait for the game to almost unravel.
Yeah, well, India does have a potential option in Shivam Dube as well with the ball. Unfortunately, because of the impact rule, he doesn't seem to get opportunities to bowl in the IPL. Here's what he said about being ready to bowl when the team needs him. The scheme of an all-rounder has been reduced because of that. In the IPL, there wasn't for me to bowl, but from my side, I was always prepared. Every match, I was ready to bowl. I was working really hard before the IPL as well. I spent 2 months working on my fitness and bowling. It's so important to put things in perspective for an India player that while the IPL is a different scene, I've got to be ready to offer both services when I play for India.
As soon as that impact player rule came out, I think people like Harsha were shouting out from rooftop saying you're going to kill the all-rounder for the international game. Yeah. But IPL is different, international cricket is different, and it is great to see Shivam Dube understanding that he might not be required to bowl for CSK, but definitely for India, if he needs to make a mark and be part of the 11, his bowling is going to be important. He showed it in the World Cup, and it's good on him because wherever I've seen him, he tries and bowls. Be it DY Patil tournament, be it the MPL that he played, wherever he's given a chance, provided he's fit, he tries and bowls. And I actually really liked how he bowled. I think the way he bowled was about as good as I've seen him bowl, which is a very good sign for India. The good thing about India is they only use him if we are in under pressure, which will only come through the middle over. So his role is a very limited but a very specific role, which is anywhere between 6 and 20. If you're really struggling, we'll give you an over or two, which he is ready to respond with, and he is aligned and he is understood that is what his role is and prepares accordingly.
In fact, in all good teams, they will tell you what your role is. In good broadcasting teams, they will as well. They tell you what your role is. Shivam Dube, this is what we expect of you with the ball. And I think he's been told that before the tournament started. Not now. He's been told before the tournament started, this is what we want of you. So I think that is a big plus. The other thing with the IPL is, if the job of the IPL is to produce a good Indian team, then that impact sub-rule is creating a problem. But if the job of the IPL is to be a package within itself, a competitive package within itself, then the connection between what the impact player rule is doing in the IPL, what it does for India is irrelevant. So it depends on what you want the IPL to do.
Assuming the impact rule stays as it is, what's the role of a coach? The India coach or the assistant coach or the bowling coach, what does he do with players like Shivam Dube or Nitish Kumar Reddy? Players who are expected to have 2 skills. Primarily batters who can bowl a bit. What does a coach do?
Encourage them to bowl in Ranji Trophy if you're playing Ranji Trophy. Absolutely. Encourage them to bowl wherever possible and tell them that your bowling is going to be very important. And a good example is Yashasvi Jaiswal. If he had continued bowling his leg spin and he was actually doing well, he'd be pushing Abhishek Sharma for a place in the team. And we heard the selectors come and say, because he gives us an extra option with the ball, we prefer Abhishek Sharma. So it's sad that Yashasvi hasn't realized that if he had continued bowling and actually gotten better at his skill, that could have added another facet to his game, which could have helped him play the T20 format as of today. But to be fair, Abhishek Sharma has done so well as a batter that it would have been hard to replace. But in all fairness, as a cricketer, you are aware of how you can get into the Indian team. And Shivam Dube is clever enough to know that he needs to bowl. And we've seen Hardik Pandya get injured at times, and he's always backed him up there whenever required. And bowling is going to be a very, very important tool for him to constantly be part of that 11.
Ravindra Jadeja, of course, allowed India to bat till 8 is such a luxury, and India's got to figure a way to, have a combination without him. And therefore, if you're an all-rounder, who knows, there is an opportunity somewhere.
Absolutely. The one thing that they've been asking is the likes of Kuldeep and Arshdeep to contribute to the bat. Try and get some runs. I know for a fact that Varun was told that if you can improve your batting where you can hit a 6 or a boundary would be very useful for us. He actually worked in Hyderabad with R. Sridhar in Coaching Beyond, and really worked on his batting. Came back in TNPL, won a game for his team batting at number 8 and 9 where he hit a 6. And almost twice or thrice in that tournament he hit a couple of boundaries when he got an opportunity to bat, which is all you can do, which is try and prepare. We also read that beautiful article in Cricbuzz actually about how his bowling coach AC Pradeepan spoke about how he worked on his skills and how he was really upset after not being there in the Indian team, how they kept pushing. And when he was told that he has to go and improve his fielding, he went and worked with Ashok, a local coach in Chennai, who helped him work on his fielding very specifically. Short third man, short fine leg, wherever he'd be fielding. And the results of all that, the fruits of all that is what we are seeing today, which is a champion bowler ready to deliver for India. Right, in case you've just joined us, Pakistan have won the toss and they've chosen to bat first. A quick look at the 11. Both teams have gone in unchanged. No Haris Rauf, and that means Fahim Ashraf keeps his place. 2 spinners, Sufyan Muqim, Abrar Ahmed. They've also got the option of bowling Salman Ali Agha. He can bowl the 4 overs as well. And so does Saim. And Saim Ayub as well. Very decent off-spinner who specialised bowling in the power play. In recent times for Pakistan, Mohammad Nawaz has bowled a lot in the power play. He's bowled 2-3 overs sometimes right up front in the power play. But given that there is a left-hander at the top, you might well see Saim Ayub bowling in the power play. But that's a tactical thing that I'm sure they will improvise as they go along. So I like the fact that they've not made a change, which is telling the team, we like what you did, we are backing you to go and do this. I think India need to be careful, and the narrative around India need to be careful about not underestimating Pakistan too much. This game always makes you look a bit stupid if you get overconfident. So I hope in that Indian change room that they are very confident, but they're not thinking, we are going to win anyway. Bumrah, India's premier weapon with the ball. We saw him bowl a few cutters in that last game on a pitch like this, which I suppose if it's dry, would you do a lot more of that, where the coaches hadn't tell us? For sure. Cutters definitely work on a dry surface because it grips and stops on the batter. It's very hard to go through with a shot. So Bumrah is a clever bowler. He'll be trying to understand what the pitch is telling him as well. If there is swing, he'll back his swing. If the ball stops swinging, he'll get into his cutters, the odd Yorker, pitch it up. Make sure the bouncer is also a weapon that he has. So that's the greatness about Bumrah. He's got all the weapons required. It's about what he wants to unleash at what stage of the game, and he does it quite nicely. It's actually a very interesting case study because we always talk about Bumrah and talk about his action, the way his release point is, short run-up, stuttery run-up and all of that. But the fact is that he is very, very clever between his ears, which we at times don't give credit for because there's so much else to credit him for. So if you're Pakistan, you're trying to put pressure in the power play early to try and get Bumrah's overs out, because India like an over from Bumrah around 12-13 most times. They like a couple of overs at the back end, which is the pattern that we've seen. So if they can push Bumrah into bowling more in the power play, that could be one way. The other reason is bowling more, he's picked up 2 wickets, in which case you're in trouble already. So the support for Bumrah in the power play is going to be very interesting. Shoaib Malik on some cricket show said Kuldeep Yadav is actually the big threat from the India side. But I've always wondered why he doesn't bowl in the power play. He prefers to bowl in the middle overs. He prefers to bowl in the middle overs. Every bowler has a certain comfort. Rashid does as well, right? Rashid prefers, but he does bowl. If a Kuldeep or a Rashid Khan is bowling for their respective sides in the power play, that means they're really under the pump. That's when they come in, because they know that it's okay if they go for some runs, but I can get a wicket here because that's what the team requires. That's when they're trusted, or rather given the opportunity to bowl with the new ball and bowl in the power play. Kuldeep has done a fair job actually, but the fact is that he prefers bowling outside because he can toss it up a little bit more. His googly comes in to effect a lot more, because then they're trying to figure out based on the field what he's looking to do. In the power play, he doesn't have the luxury, so batters almost back themselves to go down the ground knowing that one fielder will be up.
I hope you guys will back yourselves to answer the joy factor question. Is it
Okay, chalo.
Go
Joy
for it.
factor. Come on.
Bring it up. What is tonight's joy factor question? Here it is. Among test playing nations, if Rohit Sharma and Mohammad Nabi are joint third with 14 and Sky and Virat Kohli are joint second with 16, which cricketer leads the list and what is the record?
I'm glad he said test playing nations because all T20 records are currently held by non-traditional test match.
Yeah.
Non-traditional country. It's gone.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up again.
It's gone. Rohit Sharma and Mohammad Nabi are joint third with 14. That means it's an ascending list. So whoever leads the list is more than 6.
I have a feeling this has something got to do with man of the match.
Point.
Could be.
We shall figure. At the end of the show, we will have the answer. One more question left. Predictions. Pakistan batting first.
46.
You know,
Full innings.
total Amma, total.
Oh.
You can say
okay.
46 for that as well.
That'll be a bit unfair, I think. 163.
Thoda slowish. 159.
153. Enjoy the first innings. We will see you at the halfway mark on Cricbuzz Combox. Bye for now.